Okay, so this should be the final part. So what we're going to do on this one is we are going to edit the blog. So we're going to make it a little bit better. We're going to customize it and adapt it. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to include some bootstrap styling. The way we're going to do this is we're going to go to layout and go to app.blade, and then above where the rest of the stylings are, so above where the other style sheets are, let me find them. These ones, yep, so just above here, I think that's the very top of them. Yep, we are going to add in bootstrap. So we're going to do link rel equals style sheet. Have I spelled that right? Yeah. Close that. And then the href is going to be linked to a website. So it's https maxcen.bootstrap.cdn. And then we're going to do .com, and then we're going to /bootstrap /4.0.0, so 2 zeros, /css /bootstrap.css. Close that. And then we are going to do integrity is equal to, I'm going to give it, oh wow, we've got a lot of things here. sh A384 base n 584 xq yeah, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to actually put it in the description below because there's a chance I'm going to. I'll copy the whole thing and I'll put it in the description. Go, and I'm just going to and I'm going to format my selection. Good. So we've now added Bootstrap into there. Let's click Save. Now, we don't need the dashboard. We would just prefer to have a home page for our main route. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the web routes. So in routes, let's find the folder routes. It's always staring at me. Awesome. Awesome. There we go. In routes and in web, we are going to have a look at the home. So we're going to comment out the routes that relate to the welcome view and the dashboard view. So let's have a look. Anything for dashboard? Nope. Here maybe. Oh, there. So we're going to comment that route out. Now, comment, comment, comment. Anything else? So we're just looking for welcome view and the dashboard. So that's the welcome view. Like that. I don't think there's nope. So update our index page is going to be our home. So our index page we're now going to have as our home this bit here. So where's it? There we go. We're going to get rid of the word home and have the /. So the resources, views and layouts navigation blade.php file also refers to the dashboard route, which no longer exists. So we need to go in and change those to home. So let's go to the navigation blade. So we go to the resources, then we go into the views, then we go into the layouts, and then we find the navigation blade. So in here somewhere it will revert to the dashboard. So wherever we see dashboard, we need to change it to home. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Home. Get rid of that one. Home. I do find dashboard. Home. That's the more. Okay. So now we need to go to the app provider's root service provider and we need to change the command, amend the home constant to a /. Otherwise, there are still elements of the app which will try to go to the dashboard. So let's go to app. Let me just, there it is. App, we're going to go to providers. Then we're going to go to the root service provider, which is that one. And where it says dashboard there, we are just going to leave it as. Otherwise, there will still be elements of the app which try to get to the dashboard. Checking if there's anything else. So now we're going to go to the post controller and change the reference of /home just being a /. So get rid of home, get rid of home, get rid of home. That's it. And I'm just going to do a Control and F and put home in, see if home comes up. No, nothing. So we should now find that the menu bar has a home button on rather than a dashboard. Let's test it and check it. File, save all, Control and C, and we'll PHP artisan save it. And we'll see if we. So, okay, now if I go to try and do if I try and do the dashboard, that should no longer be in use. Perfect. The welcome should also be no longer in use. Perfect. But when I do that, for example, again, perfect, because that's what we were having to type before. Now it should just bring us up there. Perfect. Now if I go to create post, I think it was March. There we go. Perfect. Now we've got our link down here and we've got a profile which we can click on and we can check our profile. We can also go to log out, which I'm not going to do yet. Dashboard takes us to home, which is good. So we've got some additional features. So now what we need to do is we have a logged in and a logged in menu. So what happens when we log in? But we need a guest layout as well. So it's used when you're not logged in. So an app layout, which is used when logged in. So what we want to do is try and have some form of logged out guest view. So this is why some of the pages don't have a menu bar at the top, such as the home page. So in the view, so let's just minimize this. Let's put this over here. That's that later. So in the view, we're going to, so where we created the create.blade.php, for example, let's use that one. Let me find it. So view, create.blade.php. You can see that there is an XAMPP layout, which is saying that it will use the app layout, X guest layout. So we're going to use the X guest layout. So if you use the app layout, then it routes the web.php. So all the routes that were made in web.php. So we need to make sure that we add the middleware auth property. So that ensures that authentication is checked, and if not logged in, it will redirect to the login page. So let's style the guest view a little more. So compare the app.blade.php to the guest.blade.php. Its body is slightly different. So if we just look at this a second. So if we copy all of the stuff that we've got in the app.php, so that one, it will work when it's logged in, but not when it's logged out because it can't find details about the authenticated user which it needs, which it should include. It also messes up the login pages. So we're going to update the navigation menu instead to only display authenticated content if logged in. So the now unused welcomeblade.php file has some code that demonstrates how to display content if logged in. Find the welcome, that one. So it has some content on how to display things when it's logged in. It's basically an if statement to say if it's authenticated, do this, else display the login and register register. So if we have a look at this section, body class, that one, scroll down. So it's this section here, the and if is and. So that's the stuff. So what we're going to do is on the navigation.blade, we're actually going to update it. So we're going to find the navigation.blade. We are going to find the section, let's see where we're going to put this. Trying to decide where we put this. Got log out. Extra. So I've got my div class, I've got all of that right. X drop down a line. That's what I'm. So we should have the X drop a line. We should have the X slot name as trigger. Then we should have the button class and all of that stuff that comes with it. Then we should have the div, which is author user name, and then we close the div. Then we should have the div class, and then once we get to the end of that X slot, we should have name content, but this is where we're going to do the authentication element. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm in the right place. So here, if I remember correctly, so close the X slot. Yes, so X slot name. I'm going to have this equal content. Actually, could we do it underneath that one? Could do it underneath that one. I don't think we close that. So in here, this is where we are going to steal some stuff from the previous page. So we're going to do, I'm going to do this is where we're going to do authentication. So form method again. Yep. Form method is going to be post like that. And then the action is going to be equal to root log at CSRF. And then I'm just wondering if we go to the app.blade steal. No, we'll just go for it. So it always does that, doesn't it? CRF at X drop down thing, drop down link, profile edit. I'm gonna actually drop down link that, and it's going to be href be equal to root. I forgot my root like that, and then it's the log out that, close that, and then it's going to have an on click action. So on click equals event for me, and I deleted it. Event, and then the dot prevent all. Prevent default. Then we've got these, that. Then we're going to have this dot closet form, and then we're going to stop sub close like that. Have that, but we don't need it right now because we have another thing. So we're going to have log log builds log close that, close that, close that, close that. Done. close the X drop down, close the form. Then we've got the closing of the close the form. We need to close off the X slot which we've created. That one, and then we need to also close off X drop down. Perfect. So then what we should have further down is we should have the at else. See where we are. So now we need an at else here. It says, and I'm gonna steal. No, I'm not gonna steal it. I thought I could steal it from somewhere. X nav link that href equals root in. And then we are going to have action be, no, sorry, active be, we'll do that as the request equals request, assign that to the root is, it's to, so what we're saying is if the login details are not authorized, then just show them the guest view, else let's just authorize like that. And we're going to have the 2 curly braces, 2 underscores, and we're going to have log. And that's done. We close off our xnav, and then if I just scroll down, do we have the hamburger in there? That's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Responsive, and then I think responsive settings, authentication, checking if we need anything else. So authentication, form, post, log out, at CRSF, X responsive, hroot log out, on click event.prevent default, this.close form, .submit log out, close X navigation. Now we're going to add an else here. We're going to do at else, and then we're going to have, I'm just going to steal what we've already done for the login. Steal, so X, I'm just checking it's the same, X link, href, root, login, active, request, root, login. Yeah, I'm going to steal this, that. Do that, format my code, save. That should be correct for now. So then the indexblade.php and the showblade.php now be updated to use the XAMPP layout instead of the XGuest layout. So we still need the guest layout as it's used for the login pages. So let's create a one-to-one relationship. So let's add a table to link with our original table. This could be categories to go with the posts. So we're going to assume a one-to-one relationship here. So similar to the original table, we create a migration and a model. So we're going to create a migration. So I'm just going to stop it running. And I'm going to type in PHP artisan make, and I'm going to make a migration, create categories table, and then I'm going to space dash dash create equals, and then I'm going to run that, created successfully. So I am just going to check. So I'm going to go to Laravel, and I'm going to drag across my local host. Go. Second to load up, might take a minute. There we go. And then if I'm fresh. I'm just going to check that we have got in our blog failed jobs migration. Perfect. Post is there. Users is there. Okay, I can accept that. So we've got Homer and Marge. I'm okay with that. Right, let's minimize that. Let me just get rid of. Alright. Right, so that's the point I was just thinking. Now we're going to do PHP artisan make model. So let me just check I spelled category right. Okay. So we're going to do, hang on, make model. I'll put model twice. Make model PHP artisan make, and then make model category. So that's been created successfully. So the post table needs updating to store the category ID. So this is the format that Laravel assumes for the foreign key. So let's go to the post table, which I'm just looking why we've got saved it, probably. Let's go to web. Where I'll put the stuff. Oh, I know where this is. Migrate. Let's go for controllers or yeah, where these are. Never remember. I always know where these are when right, I'm looking for migrations. I'll create a migrate. Yes, migrations should. We'll just go through them. Copy. There we go. Migrate. Plumbing kit. There we go. So we're in the post migrations. So in here, we need to add a new one that will create that ID. So we're going to create dollar table, assign that to the value of integer, and then we're going to go category or ID, like that. Then we are going to do on assign, like that. So the categories has the default ID and timestamp, but we also need to add a name attribute for our category. So let's do it like this. So should we create a schema? Yeah. Making sure I'm in the right place because I always end up. Okay. So let's do a schema. Done a schema here. Let's create a new. Create category. Dollar. Then we are going to go into that one, that, down. And then we are going to do dollar table ID. Then we're also going to do the name. So dollar table string name. Then we are going to do dollar table time. So in the category model, if I save that, let's see what do you expect? Okay. You expect it there though? No, I think you expect. What do you expect? Because I spelled it wrong. Okay, we might. I think categories. That didn't look like categories. We'll come back to it because I think there will be another later on. Now, what is it expecting? It doesn't want it, but it wants it at the same time. Closed off that one. Okay. So in the category model, so when we go to models, let me find those. Seen it. Let's go to category and to create public function. Oh, I'm not 100% sure where this goes, so I'll put it here. Public post, and we do return dollar this as one post goes. Then I think I just so then save that in the post model. So like we're still in the models. So we then need to include a similar function. So we're going to do, are we still in class post? Public function category. Then this belong, set that to category. And then I'm just going to go back and check this scheme. This one. So it's not enjoying. Just wondering wrong. Just still not enjoying. Obviously, we don't need that one. So undefined constant categories. So let's go back and see what we've done. See if there is anything. So we created a table called categories. Now, is it because I spelt it wrong? Ah, what are you expecting? If I do get rid of everything, I'll just put so like that. That fixed that. Right. Now we go to the categories, and in here we have got table ID. We also need table. We'll put the string in there. So we're basically just rewriting what string ID is done. Did it in the wrong place. Then timestamps, which we've already got. ID, string name, timestamps, that should work. Click save on those. Then we've done pretty much everything else. So we're going to do a fresh migration. So we're going to do PHP artisan migrate fresh. Oh, sorry, I spelled it wrong. PHP and migrate. There we go. So we're going to need to add the categories into the table manually using PHP-MyAdmin. So let's just have a look. Here we go. I've just refreshed my local host. I don't need that for a second. So I've just refreshed my local host. Right again. So now we've got categories. So if you click on categories, okay, we've got as ID, we've got all of that stuff. So we'll need to manually add in the categories in PHP-MyAdmin. So let's just sort the view out first, and then let's work out the category. So to display the information and allow an ID to be selected when creating a post, we're going to update the create blade. So that one. And we are going to do it so that it has an option selected so that the category ID can be imported. So after the date time published at, which is this section, after that div is closed, for the button, we're going to create another one that's div class equals form group, like that. And then we are going to do a label for that one, and then category that's going to be called ID. Have a clause for that label. Then we're going to have an input type that's going to be text. And then we are going to have equals category, make sure I spell it right, ID, and class is the form control. Form, but it's not an underscore, form control, like. And then we're going to close that off there. And then we're going to close off the div, which is already there. Then we've got the button type, then we've got the form. So save that. Then we're going to do the same for the edit blade. So we're going to find the edit blade on down here. Layout post. There we go. We want the edit blade. So I'm going to have this just before the button again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, paste it just after the div before the button. I'm just going to check everything that's correct. So form group, label for category ID, input type is name, category ID, the class comes form control. But this time we're going to have a value. So we're going to do value equals braces, dollar post, like that, category, that, and that's going to be P. And then we're going to close off those curly braces like that. And then we close off the div, which is there, and we've got the button, that's fine. In the post controller, for both the store and the update functions, we're going to amend the include reference to category ID in two parts for each. So let's go to the post controller. I got it open. Nope. So let's find the post controller here in controllers. That's the models there. Find the post. So in the post controller, we are going to request validate. So where we've requested validate, got a request validate. There we go. We've got title. Excuse me. We have title, then we have required. We have body, then required. We're also going to do the same for category. Just checking I've spelled this right because I have an exam a habit. Then we're going to do equals, and that's going to be referenced to like that. Then we've also got to do the same for down or up. So this is both. So still in the post controller, we've done that bit. Now we need to find where it goes post published. So post title. There we go. This bit. So we need to make sure that we have the category in there as well. So underneath the post published, we're going to do $post. Then we're going to do category ID. Then we are going to do equals, and then it's going to be equal to $request category. So spell request wrong because that should be $. There we go. Perfect. Save it. Now let's do PHP. Let me just check everything's saved first. Yeah. PHP RT save, and let's see. So now, if I go to create post, I'm going to log in. So I'm going to do Marge this time. Did Marge last time. Oh, let's do. If not, I'm going to do one. Nope. One more try on the password. We'll register. I can't do that because don't have two Bart this time. Password didn't match. There we go. Create post. Right, so what's this problem? Okay, so syntax error, we are expecting a token. So let's have a look. So it's the X drop down. So I'm looking for the blades. It's in the navigation blade. See, have we got it open? Uh-oh. It's there. Let's see if we can find the navigation. So it's there. Let me see what number the error is on. So it's on number 42. Yeah. And I'm missing save it. Let's just cancel that and do PHP artisan save again. Now I think I might have to log in again. No, okay, so now we've got another error. So what is it not liking this time? Oh, I forgot to close off again. Should have checked that the first time. Forgot to do. Yeah. Third time's a charm. You ready? Obviously not a charm. So what did I miss this time? So closed. Right. So it says it's expecting a closing bracket on the href. Close. Okay, we can do that. Let's have a look. So which one am I on? I'm on navigation blade. Double check. So which route is it? Line 42. So it's that form, post, action, route, and it's bracket, bracket, route, log out, space, bracket, bracket, close office space. X, so it's that X drop down route, log out. Ah, okay, let's have a look. So I don't think I've added this in by mistake. So I've looked at the one above and it, and it's not that. So it's X drop down link href equals root logout. Let's try that. Just check the rest of it. Okay, we're still having problems with that section. Tell you what I'm going to. Let's have a look. See if we can. So, authentication, form, method, post, action, that's correct. Then X drop down link, correct. href, root, logout. To that. So root, logout. See if that made a difference. Okay, still having problems, but this time we got a bit further. That at else is having to fit on line 50. Line 53, it hits that at else bit. So look, so it's the at else, so it should come after. I think we've just got it in the wrong place. That at line 50 causing me. So that, I don't think we actually wrote that in. Oh no, we did. So that at else is causing problems. Why would it cause problems? After the X drop down, it's after the X slot. After the form, it's after the closing the drop link. Sorted out that problem now. Let's check. Let's format the code. Let's do this. Let's go. So the onClicks right equals event dot event default this dot closet forms. Is that at else it's having a hitty fit? What is it expecting? So when we go to here, see what it says. Okay. So can not close the index. Did we not close it at the end? Is that there's nothing else to close? Let's keep going and I'll come back to that one. So we've done that section, we've done that section. Now we need to do the one-to-many relationship. So let's assume our post can have many comments. So we need a comments table for these comments. So with reference to the post ID, our posts table does not require any additional details. So we're going to create a new table. Okay. So we're going to do PHP artisan make migration create underscore comments underscore table create equals comments, and that successfully completes. Really slow at the moment. PHP artisan make model And then in the comments migration, so let's go to migrations again, which is here. We should have one that says comments. There we go. In here, we have got table ID, we have got table stamp, but in between, we need to include table integer post ID. And then we also need to make that as unassigned. Close that off like that. Then we need another one, and this one is going to be text body. So it's going to be dollar table text. So close off. Save that. So in your comment model, so we need to find models. Models. There we go, blooming neck. So in the comment model, we need to do public function post. And then do return dollar this to post. Close that off. Click save. And then in the post models, it's still in here. Actually, no, so move to the post model even. Underneath where we have got the public function category, we need a new one that says public function post. Like that. And then we open that. We're going to do return. Actually, no, sorry. Comments, not post. That. So public function, yeah, comments. And then we're going to do return this as many. Do that as a comment. And then we're going to put comments on our individual post page. So, for example, the show page. So let's do the show.blade. So we're going to create, where do we want this to go? Where does that div belong to? Belongs to that one. Let's do div class equals p6 bgy we'll go for. Then we're going to have a border that we're going to have set to b. Border is going to be set to full a. Close off that, close off that. At for each dollar post, get the comments. Comment. And then I'm just going to do some formatting. That's fine. I'm going to close that. Put that div down there. That for now. And then we're going to have a p tag that says dollar comment body. Close off those and then close off p. And then we're going to end the at for each. Like that. Save. So we can do this on all of our post pages. So I'm just going to do it on the show post for now, but you can put it on all of your post pages. So we need a loop, as there will potentially be more comments for each post. So, excuse me, we want to be able to add a comment from the individual's post page. So firstly, we need some routes. This will be similar to the way we are showing posts, but with a step further. So we're going to go to the web .php for the routes, and we're going to add some posts in. So we've got the post / post comments that goes to post controller. The class is destroy, so we're going to do root get post post. Then we are going to do /comment. Then we're going to do post controller class or /comment. We're going to close off the bracket there, close off that, and then we have middleware, and we're going to authorize. Like that. Then we're going to have another one. So I am just going to copy this because I'm getting a little bit lazy now. The video is like 50 minutes long already. So we'll do that. And then we've got root post comment. They're the same. Post controller. And this time, instead of comment, it's going to add comment. And we're going to auth it the same way. So in the showblade.php button, we're going to include a button that actually allows us to add a comment. So let's go to the show.blade. Let's save that, which is there. And I'm just thinking where we can put this. Put it underneath. We'll put it after that div there. So we'll do ahref equals posts, and then it's the post d, then it's going to comment, close that, then it's going to class equals tn and primary, then we're going to have mb, close it off, the text is going to be, and then we're going to close off that a tag there. And then we need to add to the post controller so that it actually knows to use the comment. So let's go to the controllers and we want the post controllers, that's models, post controller. And then right at the very top, we need to include that one. Oh, that one. Can't remember which way it went. Models. Now, save all of that. Okay, so then we've got the public function index, we've got a public function we've got a public function store, we've got one for show, we've got one for edit, one for update, one for destroy. Now we need one for comment. So public function comment post with a capital P, dollar post, long one. So we've got to return and we want to return the post dot comment without the capital. I don't know why. Capital C, and then we're going to do compact post. Yeah, that's done. And we're going to call it off like that. And then outside of here, we are going to receive request data from the root and create a new user document record. So we are going to do a public function, add comment post, $post, request, $request. Then we have open braces, $request, validate, like that. And then we're going to do body. Yeah, right. The body is going to be equal to required, comma. close that off, close that off, close that off. That. And then we're going to do dollar comment equals new comment. So we're creating a new instance of it. Dollar comment body equals request body. So get the stuff from body. Dollar post save. Oh, return direct. Post. Then we're going to have dot post. Did I forget to do something above? Yeah, we'll go with it. We're just going to add something else in here. With success comment success save. Now we're going to make a new view called comment blade. So in the view, down here, welcome blade's no longer in use, so it won't like that anyway. Posts, there we go. We're going to create a new file and we're going to call this one. Let's do comment dot blade dot php. So in here we are going to copy and create the blade.php code as our base. So I'm going to get the create blade, that one, and I'm going to copy all of it and put it in the comment blade. But then we're going to make some changes. So where we're doing the form action for the ID, which is correctly, so we do the form action post form wants to be right. So we can get rid of some of the form stuff. So where we're at this form action, I'm going to go / post like that, / I'm going to do dollar post ID, and then we're going to slash comment, and the method is going to be post. We're still going to have the form group, but this one's going to be called comment. And then the label is the same text area, so we're going to get rid of input. That we're going to steal this text area, and it's going to be called body. It's going to be called ID 30 by 10. It's going to be form control. It's going to be text area. So we don't need this label. We can get rid of that. We don't need this label, so we can get rid of that. We don't need this label, so we can get rid of that. Then we just keep this button, and it's going to be the same, and we're going to keep it as submit button. Then we're going to hit save. Now let's see if we have a saved everything. Artist. See if it works. Watch, you still have that problem. Yes. So it has an unexpected error. Let me see if we. So where are we looking for? We're looking for the navigation blade. Navigation. And it's here. So let's go back. Let's have a closed it. Navigation blade. I that So let me just check if we've got all this right. So this is where we started adding stuff in. So form method equals post, action is double curly braces space root, log out. Yeah, that's right. At CSRF, at CSRF. X drop down link, href equals root log out. That's correct. On click equals speech marks event dot prevent default. Let me retype that prevent default. Like that. This dot CLOSE was like that. CLOSEST form dot submit. That's all fine. Logout is fine. We've closed off our X drop down link. We've closed off our form. We've closed off our X slot. We've closed off our X drop down. At else. Okay, let's see if it was that was. Oh, still not liking that line. Let's do. Format section. Let's have a look what it's saying. Unexpected else expected end of file. So have we closed something that we shouldn't? Right. What I'm going to do, because the video is also already an hour long, that is the only error. Everything else should work. So I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to work out the fix, and then I'll upload the fix. So that is the end of editing the blog.